I already know what a lot of you are thinking. Great, here comes another cool guy podcast with famous guests telling their stories about their combat heroics, but I'm not going to do that to you. In fact, it's completely the opposite. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alex, aka the Sticky Green Beret. I'd like to welcome you all to my new channel. This channel is the home for all things Sticky Green Beret, with the primary focus being on the all-new podcast, War Stories with the Sticky Green Beret. I've been super excited about this concept. I've been working on it for a while, and honestly, it's been pretty hard to keep it a secret. But the time to let you guys know about it is finally here. So let's get into it. Now, before we start, I already know what a lot of you are thinking. Great, here comes another cool guy podcast with famous guests telling their stories about their combat heroics, but I'm not going to do that to you. In fact, it's completely the opposite. I'm using my platform to give a voice to veterans and soldiers, giving them a voice to tell their stories about everyday military life. Not just stories about combat heroics, but the day-to-day stories that everyone else never gets to hear. So here's how it'll work. Each week we'll have a different topic on military life. Think basic training, going to the field, the chow hall, things like that. I'll put the topic out in advance so that y'all have some time to get your stories ready for the next episode. And then the magic happens. I open the phone lines and soldiers and veterans from around the world get to call in and share their stories on that topic. Funny stories, weird stories, scary stories, sad stories. It doesn't matter what kind of story it is, as long as it's on the topic for the week. Now, if it's a story that you'd rather not have attached to you, you could call in and be completely anonymous. That's just fine. But if it is a story that you'd like having your name attached to, I'll do a brief interview, get to know you a little bit afterwards. That way everyone can get to know you a little bit better, and everyone that you know will know that the story was yours. Each week, all the listeners will get to listen to a real, behind-the-scenes view of what military life is actually like, told by y'all, the ones who are actually living it. I'll have guests on from time to time, and some of them will be cool guys, but this show ain't about them. It's about y'all. We'll chat for a little bit at the beginning, but the whole point is the two of us sitting here, laughing, reacting to the stories told by you, the actual soldiers living the life. And since this show's about you, I want to hear what y'all want to see. Get in the comments and tell me things like topic ideas, guests that you'd like to see, and then also segments for the show that you might like to see, whether it be weekly military news, a call to action, or maybe an anonymous segment where you call in and bitch about your command. I want to use my platform to give a voice to everyone who has a story to tell. I want to give your friends and family an inside look at the life that you live every day as a member of the military. And I also want to give an opportunity for you to connect to other veterans and soldiers through shared experiences on the show. But I can't do any of that without help from y'all. Y'all are the lifeblood of this show. I'm just here to facilitate. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this is where you'll get the first information of the week. You'll get the weekly topic, and also this is where you'll get the phone number and the time to start calling in. And don't forget to tell all your friends. The more listeners that we have, the better the stories will be each week. And since I've got you all here, let's drop the first topic so that you guys can start getting your stories ready for the first episode. The first topic will be basic training. Phone lines open next week, so stay tuned to the channel for that number and the time to start calling. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to hear from y'all on the show next week.